Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage my friend and one of the funniest men on the planet. Yes. Next to me. Scott Angrave.
Alright, what a show, Leroy and Ron and Jeremy. It's a long show, isn't it, kids, eh? I think I've got about 4 minutes left. Is that right, Ron? 4? Brilliant, thank you. All right, good. And Jeremy, Alda, come on now. Yeah. Biblical Jesus with a handgun jokes in Sanford. Balls of steel, everybody. Never seen him before, he's great. He's actually one of the funniest trans comedians working on the stage. Does a great job. Just kidding, he's not really a comedian. I'm going to put this there so none of you bastards can get off stage, alright? That's the limit right there. Alright, good to be here. Sanford, very exciting. I've been doing comedy 40 years. And if you'd have told me in 1986 that one day I would be somewhere in between Greensboro and Fayetteville, I would have said, you are shitting me. And yet, here I am. Next week I'm doing a bowling alley in Wilmington. It's going to be a big time. Very nice people here. Peggy, you know Peggy, of course, wonderful. Give her a round of applause. Lovely ladies, looked after us very well. She's got me in a lovely hotel in Apex, which is nice. Just up the road away, pay the toll and you'll get there. It's the Hotel Yunka. I found out today it was a YMCA. I'm sharing a room with an Indian, a policeman, and a construction worker. And I only do that joke to see the young people go. And yet they know the dance. Oh my goodness. I love the South, North Carolina, very exciting. Not. What is there to do? Well, you got the beach, you got the mountains, and nothing really in the middle, is there? There's furniture. There is furniture. You can go to Jamestown, there's furniture. High Point has a, correct me if I'm wrong, a big chest of drawers. Yes, I know, it's very exciting. I think the Wright brothers are trying to get the hell out of North Carolina. They just didn't have a compass. It's went the wrong way. 1 out of 4 got it wrong, 25%. I remember the first time I came to North Carolina. I was doing a gig many moons ago at the Comedy Zone in Kinston. First time ever in North Carolina. I thought, at that point I thought everybody in North Carolina was rich because a lot of people in Kinston have so many household appliances they keep some on the front porch. If you've never seen that before, that's very unusual. I would be driving down the street and there'd be people on a couch, on their porch with a fridge. And they would wave at me. Like they knew me. I didn't know them. But I stopped. I said, what's with the fridge on the porch? And he looked at me and told me seriously that he had a shitload of vegetables. And they were in his fridge. And I said, how many is a shitload? Because I'd never heard that term before. It makes no sense. What kind of a metric system is a shitload? It's not a metric system, is it? It's a septic system. And it's quite bizarre because everybody's shitload is different. Yet, I've been in town for 3 hours and I've heard the word shitload 479 times. Everybody in Sanford has a shitload of something. And yet nobody knows how many it is. It's just pie in the sky, isn't it? If you called him up and said, you've got to come over to my house, I've got a shitload of stuff to show you. And if he goes over to your house and you open up the garage and you've got 3 things in the corner, and you go, there it is, and he goes, that's not a shitload. That's 3. We have a word for 3, it's called 3! You need to come to my house. I've got a shitload of stuff to show you. It's quite bizarre. I have a new unit of measurement. I was down in Acre, South Carolina. But if you haven't been there, please do not go. I met one fella, he was his own father. Very shallow gene pool. Do not go paddling. Very strange crowd. I was there. It's a small crowd. It's just there's a fellow in the front row, just me and him. Very funny crowd. And so I said, well, how many kids do you have? He told me he had a mess of kids. A mess of kids. I said, a mess? I said, well, how many shitloads is that? And he said it was a heap. So in case you didn't know, it's a heap of shitloads in a mess. Which is far too much algebra. You can't solve that equation. You need a constant. Ooh, we lost a lot of people. YMCA and now that. What's he talking about? I don't even know where he's from. Did you read the marquee? Has anybody been to England? Yes. Oh, good. Yeah, of course, you were there, World War II. I remember, yes. Oh, it's cool. I know you got all the good-looking women that left us with the pigs with funky teeth. It's okay. We forgive you. Anybody drive in England? How'd that work out? Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? Americans are funny when they come to England, because half of you can't drive a stick shift. So you hate it. You get your rental car and stick shift. And you go back and whine and complain because you need an automatic, right? You get your automatic, you get on the road, and then you get out at the airport, and there's a roundabout. Shit yourself. Don't deny it. You can't negotiate roundabouts. You need lights and stuff. Shiny objects. People telling you which way to go. Get to that roundabout and you sit there. And your eyes are going this way and that way. You're waiting for an opportunity. And if you do get on the roundabout, you can't get off because you get in the middle and you go around and around and around. Because you can't get out, you can't get on the outside. And if there's nobody on the roundabout, you'll sit there and wait until somebody gets on the roundabout so you know which way to go. Yes, I'm not lying. I was in Spartanburg, South Carolina. They've got a big roundabout. Really big. A big ass roundabout. That's what they call it there, the big ass roundabout. Those silly buggers, they get on the roundabout, and they do something even worse than what you did in England. They will stop in the middle of the roundabout to let other silly buggers get on. It breaks down really quickly. These people are idiots. Spartanburg, South Carolina. Stop for the cheap gas and then keep on trucking. I don't wish to be rude, not intentionally, but putting a roundabout in Spartanburg is like giving everybody in West Virginia a Rubik's Cube. My point being, just because you have one, doesn't mean you know how to use it. Am I right, Jeremy? Thank you, appreciate that. So I married a southern girl. I was under the impression all southern women could cook. Is that not the law? Well, my wife's a criminal. She tries hard but lacks ability. Last week she made me a biscuit. Now we hide the house key in it. Just put it outside next to the frog. Everybody has a frog outside. And then we throw the cats at the weekend. Tough biscuit. Don't stay with the group if you can, sir. They did warn me about you people talking. My wife is one of these people that does not process information in her head before it comes out of her mouth. Anybody else have one of those at home? Anybody sitting next to that one? Nobody willing to admit it, are you? It's okay. Here's the thing. If you're married to a comedian and you say stupid stuff, we get to write it down and tell everybody else about it. Now, she doesn't know I do this, and you don't know her telephone number. So here's the latest one. About 4 weeks ago, I bought her a new vacuum cleaner, for a birthday. I think I may have to do that line again. It goes as well as anticipated. So about 4 weeks ago, I bought a vacuum cleaner, for a birthday. Alright, we get some traction. I was kidding, it wasn't a birthday, it was silly, it was an anniversary. Oh, that's what you were waiting for! You wanted the tagline, just let me know! Just you don't get the first one, tag it please. That's all you need to say. I'll do it for you. So, we get the new vacuum cleaner. It's a Dyson, she loves it. It's got a big ball and it goes around corners. Women love it. Just a tip from me to you. So anyway, I said, you know what, I'm going to advertise the old one, put it in the classifieds and get $20 for it. She said, you don't want to advertise that, he's 7 years old, nobody will buy that, why don't you give it to the homeless? I think we all knew what she meant, right? But that's not what she said. We had company. I didn't want to embarrass her, so I said, you are so sweet, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to chip in and buy them some mini blinds as well. What do you say? Spruce that cardboard box up. She also loves to shop. Every Sunday we get the newspaper, that big thick newspaper, and it plonks down on the porch and she hears it. It just goes bing. She goes and gets it. She's going through the circulars. Last weekend she goes, oh, there's a sale on Yankee Candle, and they are selling tarts for 99 cents this weekend only. That was my reaction. I don't know what she was talking about. She reiterated, tarts, normally $2.99, 98 cents this week only. Again, my reaction. I didn't know what tarts were. Well, I know what tarts are in England, but they're not 98 cents a piece. Well, some of them are, don't get me wrong. So I did some research, and apparently a tart is a small squat candle with no wick, and you put like a candle underneath and it melts and emits a pungent aroma. And ladies put these in downstairs bathrooms for when company comes. Is that not correct? Do not deny it, I can see you. All the women know what tarts are. Men don't know. I guarantee men, go home tonight, go to the downstairs bathroom, open that little door underneath the sink, you'll see a shitload of tarts. All different flavours, in baggies. Because you can't mix them up, you've got to keep them separated. You've got potpourri, you've got Christmas tree, you've got fresh linen. Women love them. They know. You don't know. They know. I know now. You know. So she said that normally, $2.99 a piece, 98 cents this week only, we should go to the mall and stock up. That's what she said. I said, here's $10, let's stay at home. So we go to the mall. I hate the mall. And you know there's a Yankee Candle in there, because as soon as you walk in, there's this stench. It's like a Hungarian boudoir. It's horrible, it makes your eyes water. But you follow the smell. And then you see in the distance all these men sitting on the planter area. You know the planter area? Where the plants are, the brick planter area. All these men sitting there holding purses. That's where the Yankee Candle store is. So I went over there, purse. And I'm thinking, she goes in there, grabs a shitload of tarts, and we're gone. 22 minutes later, nothing. So I'm looking in, and there she is. She's standing in the middle of the store. She's holding this huge candle. I went in, I said, how much is that? She said, it's $27. I said, why is it $27? She said, it's in a jar. When you finish with the candle, you got a big ass jar. You know how long those candles last? 14 years. By which time, the jar is totally black and she has lost the lid. So we throw it in the trash with her biscuit. There's only one good thing about Yankee Candle. One good thing. You can fart and get away with it. You can do it as many times as you want to, but you've got to keep moving. You just can't be standing around and marinating. You've got to stay on the road. You've got to be on the land and get away from the stage. That's the trick. I do that. I'd follow her around. She would stop to look at something. I would lay one down and then exit the store. I'd watch her through the plate glass window with the other men. And we're all watching her. She's standing there going, "What is that smell? What is that? This is horrible. What is this? Sour milk and trash? What kind of flavor is this?" I'm calling the manager. So, my wife's father is a redneck. A good old boy. First time I met him, here's the deal. So I'm 16 years older than my wife, but 10 years younger than him. I know! So it was really weird meeting him. So we all had dinner, and then after dinner, everybody else left the room except him. And he's sitting there in his chair and he looks at me and goes, "Hey, if she's happy, I'm happy." And then he showed me his gun collection. He's got a shitload of those. He's a scary man. Figured out really early he's a redneck because he talks in double negatives. Yep. Grammatically incorrect and irritating. Two negatives make a plus. If you've not got nothing, you got shit right. Well, let's face it, you're not going nowhere, you're on your way. If you're walking out the door and go, "Pete, where are you going?" "Not going nowhere." "Well, off you go then." He has this annoying habit of ending a lot of his sentences with the words, "and shit." Like adding those two words at the end is going to clarify the meaning for me. Normal sentence, "and shit." He does it all the time, doesn't know he's doing it. He's heading out. "Pete, where are you going?" "Oh, I think I might go down the store and shit." Really? Yeah, you know, pick up some milk and shit. Is that what they're selling now? Who's going to the grocery store and shit? Nobody. Nobody does that. Unless you go to Big Lots, then you can get away with it. You can shit in Big Lots. They just mark it down to half price and move it to the clearance line. I've heard a lot of funny phrases. You know, it's really hot in the summertime here in North Carolina. You ask somebody how hot it is, they tell you it's hot as shit. If you ask that same person 6 months later, when it's snowing, how cold it is, it's cold as shit. How is that possible? You ever heard somebody describe somebody else as good looking as shit? That's really nice, isn't it? You seen Bob's wife? Yeah! She's got a face like a turd. Good looking as shit. And what about shit-faced? Shit-face. Somebody invented the word. It didn't just appear. Years and years ago, somebody must have got really drunk. Just fell face down into a big pile of dog shit. Rolling around wiping dog shit off his face. Somebody else comes up and goes, "Hey! You got shit all over your face!" "Your shit face?" "Yes, you are! That is a new word!" Tell other people. Listen to yourself talk to each other. That's all I do. My father-in-law loves this turn of phrase, son of a bitch. He doesn't say it like that, he says, son bitch. It's just too many syllables otherwise. He's got stuff to do. He says, son bitch. And he uses it to describe anything which is larger than normal. We could be driving down the road in his truck. He'll point out the window and say, Scott, look at the size of that son of a bitch. So I'm looking out the window, not sure what he's looking at. Could be a monster truck, maybe an outsize, a heifer even, or just a big girl in a tank top. Is that a big something? It's all very strange. People all over the country say stupid stuff. I was in Atlantic City. I used to work there twice a year, every year. I don't go up there anymore, but I got some key stories from there. Have you been to Atlantic City, by the way? Do you like it? Have you been? Do you like it? No. That's my, it's not like Vegas. It's not. It's more like Babe Ruth with slot machines. That's about it. It's a horrible place. Rains sideways. There's crime everywhere. Every time you close a window, you trap somebody's fingers. So I used to work at the Tropicana there a lot, and after the show one night, I'm downstairs in the bar, relaxing. These two fellas are talking. I don't know what the subject matter is. All I hear is one turn around to the other one and say, well, I didn't know whether to shit or go blind. I don't quite know what they were talking about. All I'm thinking is, what kind of a choice is that? And really, more importantly, what situation have you got yourselves into where your only options are either A, crap your knickers, or B, poke your eyes out? What would you do? Shit or go blind? I don't know what I'd do. I'd probably close one eye and fart. Yeah, a lot of people think I make stuff up, but I really don't. I don't have to, because there are 300 million of you people. And I've not met you all yet. Comedy comes to me. Perfect example. Not so long ago, we're having a party in our cul-de-sac. Big day. And I have a neighbour, it's a new neighbour. He knows my name, he knows where I'm from. That's all he knows. So here he is with his Budweiser and his hot dog, comes walking up to me and goes, Scott, you celebrate Independence Day in England? I said, well, I think we lost that one, didn't we? Do you think people in Iraq celebrate the day when they got their asses kicked? Like on the 4th of July, all English people walk around and kick each other on the backside. There you go, you bloody wanker. Piss off. There you go. Happy 4th. No clue. We have the 4th of July. We don't call it Independence Day. We celebrate one of our national heroes, Benedict Arnold. Yeah, we love that man. Oh, I figured out why we lost. Turns out we were marching through the forest in big red overcoats. That's That's not a good military strategy, is it really? I mean, how can you miss the big red man in the forest? There he is, Jethro! Skin him! You can't win that war. But you have to think, what idiot thought of that idea? At some point, all the English boys were in the barracks eating their tea and crumpets. Yeah, little Earl Grey tea on the side there, little pinky finger sticking out. You know. Say, Nigel, what colour coat would you like to wear today? Oh, well, Simon, we're going into the forest. How about red? Gonna rub the bloodstains, old boy. Excellent idea. Anybody else? Yes, Nigel. Could we do cowbells as well, sir? Cowbells. Yeah, the cowbells and the red coats, what do you say? Excellent idea. Red coats, cowbells, and how about we all march in a straight line as well? What do you say, huh? And when I say straight line, I don't mean like this. I mean like this, shoulder to shoulder, and no jogging. It's going to be a slow saunter. What do you say? You can't win a war like that. And by the way, who wants to play the drums? Who's playing the drums today? Come on now. We had a drummer yesterday, need a new one today. Skins anybody? What a rotten job that is. Banging on a drum in a red coat in the forest. There's no 401k with that job. The only job worse than that is playing the bagpipes, and then it just sounds like you're shagging a pig in the forest. All the boys from Spartanburg come out the trees there. Who we were, I think. You know I'm 2 minutes over time, Ron. Are you cool? Can I do like another 2 hours? Oh, we're good. One person? Well, maybe. We'll think about it. Possibly. Let's see how the next 2 minutes go. So, voting season coming up. They told me not to do political humour, but here goes. So the reason I tell you that is because I became a citizen a few years ago. Yes, thank you. And there was nothing more exciting than travelling the world with an American passport in your pocket. Very safe. So, here's the thing. I go to vote, first time ever. And in North Carolina, all the stuff, and this was the last voting. And I didn't know any of these people. You know, all these names, I don't know. I knew the presidential things. I didn't know anybody else. Well, take it back. Here's what I did. I went through and I checked the names of all the funny sounding names. The people I didn't know. They're funny names. You know, like Bend Over, you know. Phil the Cracker. That's a good one. You know, Judge, you know, Hugh Janus. That's a good one. Something else, checking on those names. And thanks for sticking with that. These people are just not going. So seriously, just pick one of these people, watch them, when they laugh, you laugh. See? Take out the middleman, and there's your entertainment. So anyway, so you know, about 4 years ago, I did my checklist, and then the next day, I checked to see if I got anybody right. Maybe I'll win something. I've never done it before. They said Republican, Democrat, and I said, I don't know. But I'm going in anyway. So I got them all wrong. No, I'll take out one, because I live in North Carolina, and I got one right, and that is the lady that used to sign all these certificates in the elevators in North Carolina. Everybody knew Sherry Berry. Yeah, and now they've got some wanker in there called Josh somebody or other, he's probably a misogynist. Everybody like Cherry Berry? Anybody have an accident in an elevator in the past 20 years? Cherry Berry made safe for you and for me. It just felt so, you'd go in the elevator and you'd stand, because you're going this way and then you kind of turn around like that. And the picture was there, right next to the door, you know, above the buttons. Because you can't look this way because it's weird for the person there. You can't look at the wall because that's just retarded. So you'd all look at Cherry Berry, right? And everyone knows what she looks like. And she's got a bookcase in the background, she's got a nice hairstyle. And it was free advertising. Was she ever going to lose an election? No! Free advertising. Cherry Berry, now she's gone. Forever. I hope she's married. Otherwise, her parents were idiots. Can you imagine meeting them at a barbecue? Hey, I'm Mr. Berry, this is my wife, that's my daughter Sherry, and my two boys, Jerry and Terry. You're an idiot. You know. So I felt at some point that I would be found dead at the bottom of an elevator shaft for doing that job. You know, it'd be in the newspaper. Famous English comedian found dead at bottom of elevator shaft. Cherry Berry suspected. So, being my mature years, I have to go to the doctor every year and have a physical. And I do not like my doctor. Last time I was there, he wanted me to hold his balls when I coughed. Which I don't think is right. I hate going there. If I have an appointment for 3 o'clock, shouldn't I see the doctor at 3? Do I? No. Is his time more important than mine? No. I'm busy. I've got shit to do. Look, I'll be honest with you, I work 50 to 60 minutes a night. Sometimes twice a week. 3 times on a holiday weekend. Very busy. Typical day, I'll wake up at the crack of noon. I'll have a bran muffin and some prune juice. If I need something to do in the afternoon. So anyway, I get there for the appointment. I get there 5 minutes early, and I sit in the waiting room, reading those highlights magazines. You know, the ones from 1974. No crayons, the kids have eaten them. Then the nurse comes out, calls my name, takes me to another room where I have to take all my clothes off and sit on some tissue paper like a fat dog. Sit there for 15 minutes, freezing my goons off, thank you very much. Then the doctor comes in, you think you're going to get to see him, but oh no. He just popped in to say, I'll be with you in a minute. And then he leaves. He goes to another room, reads War and Peace. It's a really big book. There's no picture. So you sit there, bored out of your skull. You don't want to touch those magazines. They're really tatty. Have you seen them? Sitting around all tatty. You don't want to touch those. You read the posters. I go in the drawers. Have you been in the drawers? I get in the drawers and I find stuff. What's this? That's a funny shape. They don't know. hear the rustle of the file folder on the outside of the door. You ever heard that noise? It's like a... You ever heard that? Yeah, they're moving the file folder. When you hear that noise, you go... And then nobody comes in, you heard that? I think the doctor's just going up and down. I think he's down in the break room with the nurses just laughing and laughing, and they go up and down, they're wiggling the file folders, next thing you know, they're jiggling the handles, they're going wiggle, wiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Pisses me off. Did not like that. Next time I went back, I put a joke on him. First thing I did, I went to the junkyard, and I got a big steering wheel, and I put it down the front of my impact. And I walked into his office, he goes, "Ooh, what's going on there?" I said, "I don't know, but it's driving me nuts." Hour 45, I'm still on track. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They have not paid me enough to do this much time. Anyway, I've got to go. Look, you've been a super crowd. You came out tonight. Very nice people. I do have a lot more to do. I just can't do it all tonight. I have a CD from 1987. I don't have DVDs. I'm too ugly for that. I've got CDs. If you'd like one, I've got a few. I've got a shitload in the back. It says "No shit Sherlock." You like that? Sherlock Holmes on the pan. You see that? You see how that ties into what? And a lot of stuff on here I didn't do tonight. A lot of stuff like picking up tapeworms. That's classic. Yeah, everybody loves nematode humor. Long-term testicles. Dinky Winkies and baby geese. You won't get that anywhere. And bobbies. Do you know what bobbies are in England? They're policemen. Yeah. Do you know why they're called bobbies? I'll tell you. So the first English policeman was Robert Peel. That's why they're called bobbies. Good job it wasn't Richard Peel. Yeah, you thought so was your policeman. You laugh and then you stop really quickly. You see that? He's in it again. Alright, listen folks, if you'd like one, they're just $10. I'll be outside in the lobby. You've been a great crowd. Have a great weekend. Thanks for coming out, everybody.
Scott Angrave. Number one, Scott told you that he's going to have tapes out in the lobby. We all will be at the lobby. We'd love to see you. Be away. Free girl. That's it. Turnout on a Saturday night in Sanford when you could have been at Sheets. But to these three guys, I thank you. Well, I thank you folks more than anybody, and we'd love to see you out front. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for coming.